Hello, my name is James Harrington and today we're previewing the Champions League and the Europa League. Atletico Madrid and Sevilla are in action in the Champions League and Villarreal, Real Sociedad and Granada in the Europa League. Well, let's start with the Champions League. Well, let's start with the Champions League and the pick of the fixtures. Barcelona versus PSG. Barcelona going into this match with a 5-1 victory over Alaves. Trincao getting a brace, he might be finally delivering the goods, and Messi as well getting a brace. He put in a masterclass performance. This was seen as a good warm-up game for Barca as they go into the match against PSG. Now, I don't want to be negative. Let's just say a few things that are maybe cause concerns for this fixture. Barcelona have struggled in the big matches. They've recently lost 2-0 in the first leg of the Copa del Rey versus Sevilla, and they were defeated in the Supercopa versus Athletic Club. Their defence is a cause for concern. When you're playing the likes of Kylian Mbappe, the French striker who comes at you and is ferocious in front of goal. Unfortunately for Barcelona, Ronald Araujo was recently ruled out injured. Now, the 21-year-old has been ever present for the Barcelona defence with over 900 minutes under his belt. I think Koeman is likely to risk him because they need someone who can stop Kylian Mbappe. But who's going to partner Araujo? Is it Longley? Don't think so. Is it Umtiti, who I've said before is one of the best ball-playing centre-halves, however, he was at fault for the Sevilla goals? Or will it be Frankie de Jong? Now, the midfielder has played at centre-half at times, like he did against Alaves, and then Umtiti came on and he was pushed more into his normal midfield role. Who's going to partner Araujo? That would be an interesting question. And then who's going to feature at right back? Serginho Dest was brought in the summer for big money, although Mingueza has played there recently and he's normally a centre-back. Did play well in the match against Athletic Club, but I think Serginho Dest is likely to feature to give more of an attacking outlet on the flanks. Pjanic is also in contention, but I think he'll come from the bench, and they rest the likes of Dembele. Barcelona have been so much more fluid in attack going forward, and Messi has been in great form. Koeman said he's excited, happy at the moment, and I truly believe it. Scoring the last 5 La Liga matches, he's in a red-hot streak. They'll fancy their chances against PSG, a team that they'll remember fondly playing in 2017, where they overturned a 4-0, do you remember that? 4-0 first leg deficit to win 6-1, one of the greatest Champions League matches in history. And the last 3 times these teams have played in the knockout stages, who's come out on top? Barcelona. They're playing a PSG side who've got a new manager in Mauricio Pochettino. However, they're not exactly dominating Liga like they normally do. Currently sitting level on top with Lille. The big absence for this game has to be Neymar, the ex-Barcelona player who unfortunately is ruled out injured for this game and will miss both legs. Moise Kean has come to the side and he's scored 14 goals this season, a completely different player to the one that was at Everton last year. Koeman versus Pochettino is going to be a tight tactical affair and one for the neutral must be excited for. Well, the next Champions League game to talk about, Sevilla versus Borussia Dortmund. And my, what great form Sevilla in at the moment. They've just beaten Huesca 1-0 thanks to Munir getting the goal and a great performance by Bono. But that means they haven't conceded in their last 7 victories and have 9 wins on the bounce. Sevilla are playing great attacking football at the moment, no longer just winning 1-0, with the likes of En-Nesyri in red-hot form. 17 goals in all competitions. That is a surprising tally for me. They rested some key players against Huesca, probably with one eye on this game against Borussia Dortmund. They didn't have En-Nesyri, no Koundé, no Jordan and no Suso. Now they've reached the last 16 after finishing second in their group behind Chelsea, but ahead of the likes of Krasnodar and Rennes. I think Lopetegui's side have a good chance in this competition. They completely own the Europa League. They've won it 6 times since 2006, last season being victorious against Inter Milan 3-2. They've only played Borussia Dortmund once before, and that was in the Europa League group stage in 2010-2011. And to be honest, Borussia Dortmund aren't having a great season. Not an awful season, but probably one to forget. Currently sitting 6th in the Bundesliga. They've just drawn to Hoffenheim and lost to Freiburg, but they are experienced Champions League campaigners. This is their 7th out of their last 8 Champions League appearances where they've reached the knockout stages. However, I think Sevilla are going to go through this time around. We now move on to the Europa League and the big fixture that we have to talk about, Real Sociedad versus Manchester United. Real Sociedad recently got a 4-1 win over Cadiz, which was an important fixture for them and ended a run of poor form in the league. Miguel Oyarzabal got a brace, and what a key player he is for Real Sociedad this season. Unfortunately for Sociedad fans, he got a hamstring injury in this match and was deemed doubtful for the fixture against Manchester United. However, I was scrolling through social media this morning and my eye was caught by the fact he's in the matchday squad versus Getafe. Now, this recording took place before the Getafe match, but if he's fit and he does feature against Getafe, hopefully he'll be match ready for Manchester United. He is such a key player for Real Sociedad. Not only does he embody the values of the club and is their captain, he has flair, creativities and goals. And he featured in my La Liga team of the season so far. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Real Sociedad had a 2-year absence from European competitions before qualifying for the Europa League. They might be thinking this weekend against Getafe, maybe we need to rest some key players, the likes of Alex Isak for example, because they do have a 5-point cushion over Real Betis in 7th, who play Villarreal. More of them later. Some other key protagonists in this fixture, Adnan Januzaj, the Manchester United youth product, may be playing against his old side. Not normally a first team starter, but he'll be raring for this fixture. And then David Silva, the ex-Man City icon, will know what this fixture means and how difficult Manchester United are. Now, Manchester United won this competition in 2017. They sit 3rd in the Premier League and they'll be liking their chances against Real Sociedad. It's going to be a tough one for Imanol's men, a team that was sitting pretty at the top of the table earlier on, but have now slowly slipped down to 6th. It's not going to be an easy fixture for Real Sociedad, but I hope they can cause an upset, because that's what it'll be. The next game to talk about, Granada versus Napoli. Now, Granada coming off the back of a 2-1 defeat to Atletico Madrid. Unfortunately, a deflected Angel Correa goal gave the visitors all 3 points. It was a spirited performance, and I wouldn't be too worried if I was Granada fans of how the team performed on Saturday. But the thing that would worry me was there was no Soldado and no Luis Suarez. That's Granada's Luis Suarez, that is. Those two contribute 40% of Granada's goals, and they had to have veteran striker Molina lead the line. I think he's got 3 goals so far this season. Now, they're going into this game against Napoli as the underdogs. They tend to play quite tight defensively, maybe 5 at the back, and they do have quite good attacking options going forward in the sense of Kennedy, who's on loan from Chelsea, and Darwin Machis. There's been some boardroom grumblings with some power struggles at the top, but that doesn't seem to have greatly affected Diego Martinez's league form. Admittedly, they have been going up and down in wins and losses, however, they've still got a chance of European qualification. Last season was actually the first time they qualified for any European competition, finishing 7th. They're playing a Napoli side that have just beaten Juventus and have actually Spanish international Fabian Ruiz in their ranks, so do go check them out. However, I do think it's going to require Granada to be at their best to beat Napoli. So the final game to talk about, Red Bull Salzburg versus Villarreal. Villarreal fans be hopeful of their chance in this competition because Unai Emery has won it 3 times as Sevilla manager and runner-up as manager of Arsenal. They play Real Betis this weekend in a tough fixture which I talked about extensively in my previous match preview, so do go check it out where I reflected on Villarreal's season so far. They did romp their group stage, winning 5, drawing 1. And I think I'm very hopeful of their chances against Red Bull Salzburg. Hopefully Unai Emery can work his match again and win Villarreal the Europa League. Well, that's it for my Champions League and Europa League preview. I do hope you enjoyed the episode. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and give it a thumbs up. And why not comment below? I'll be interested to see your thoughts. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.